Ready for it.
Thrilled for it.
Presenting Franks with Turbo Booster Jet Engine.
KKR have just one win in 5 outings at Eden Gardens so far. Can they improve that and keep that push for the top 4 alive as they welcome Rajasthan Royals, who are out of playoffs contention? Let's build up to the first of Sunday's doubleheaders on Nexa presents ESPN Cricinfo Timeout, where we have the company of Danny Morrison and Piyush Chawla. Gentlemen, thank you for your time. KKR are in a position where they might need to win 4 out of 4 to keep this title defense alive. Did get a big win against Delhi, though. What could they have learned from that?
I just think playing together as a unit and trying to put all those facets that make up a much better performance in terms of whether it's their batting at the top and then their star middle order getting a bit of a go. Can they do that? And then we know about their spin bowling department, what have you. I still would like to see a bit more of action from Dre Russ. You know, somehow can he get up the order a bit and do some more damage? And then, yeah, the rest of their bowlers to halt the double R's, because when you look at it, they can only play spoilers, right? They're gone. So, and these guys are defending champions. And PC, you quite liked it there, didn't you? You liked the Gardens?
Well, I like it everywhere because because I started my career at Mohali, flat deck, then I came at Garden, flat deck, then Mumbai, flat deck, so I'm okay with anything.
In the Garden, naughty.
All right, you brought up Andre Russell, one part of those two players who always have so much attention on them in the KKR camp. The other one, though, had an outing made of dreams against Delhi. Made runs, took wickets, had a run out, even was captain, and that becomes an important factor because Ajinkya Rahane, who went off the field with a finger injury against Delhi, we are still unsure whether he'll be available. If he's missing, Venkatesh Iyer is the designated vice-captain in the squad, but he was not on the field because he was impacted out. Venkatesh Iyer, who's been searching for form and runs, would you make him captain, or are you happy with Narayan and what he did?
Well, sometimes when the responsibility is given, your best game comes out. So maybe that can happen with Venkatesh Iyer as well. And see, form is just about, you're just one inning away. And Venkatesh Iyer is a quality player. We have seen that what he's capable of. And if Ajinkya Rahane, unfortunately, is not available for the game against RR, so I feel the guy who's officially announced vice captain should be leading the side, because if he's not leading, that doesn't leave a very good, scenes from outside then.
Yeah, you got to go with that, don't you? I mean, you made him VC, and you got to rock and roll with that.
All right. Sunil Narayan's bowling form has also been quite improved in the last few outings after a quiet start to this season. What have you made in just why he's done better in the last few games, and also at Eden Gardens? Not enjoyed a lot of success this season.
Well, it's not the typical Eden Garden what we used to get like few years back. It's become a very good surface to bat with small ground, with nice bounce. So I think the only thing he needs to think about is his length, what he has done really well against Delhi. Although there was some help in the wicket in that Delhi game, but he's a champion bowler. He doesn't need that much help from the wicket. It's only about getting those wickets under his belt, and that's what he has got in the last game against DC. So he'll look definitely a different bowler now.
He's been a little short, hasn't he? But to be fair to say, he's dropped shorter more so this season than any others.
And maybe I feel, Danny, the pace, earlier he used to bowl with the little quicker pace, so even if he's short, the batters were not able to pull him and cut that easily. But now because of the pace, they are able to pick that ball easily, and they're playing that pull shot over mid-wicket or square leg.
All right, let's turn our attention towards Rajasthan Royals, who have pride to play, who will be looking to spoil some parties in the next 3 outings. And I want to stay on spin because it's not like their spinners have covered themselves in glory. PC invested in the 2 Sri Lankan spinners who both come with IPL pedigree, and they flattered so far.
Well, if you talk about Tikshana, he was never a wicket taker, to be honest. He was somebody who will come bowl in the power play and in those crunch situations. You never look up to Tikshana to pick up wickets for you. You just want him to bowl those good tight 4 overs. And now the cricket has changed, especially in last 2 years with the impacts. The batters are going hard at the bowlers, and that's why he's struggling. Hasranga, to be very honest, he's bowling way too slow in the air. Sometimes we say it's good to bowl slow, but if you become really slow as well, it becomes easier for the batter, and that's what's happening with Hasranga here at the moment. That's what I believe.
It's not often teams bank on 2 overseas spinners. If you look at the history of the IPL, very few times have teams had gone with 2 overseas spinners. Rajasthan invested that way. It's not worked out. What do you put it down to?
you'd think there'd be enough Indian spinners, right? This is part of the land of it, right?
Correct.
And the batters, of course, too. But yeah, that's what they've invested in. They got rid of they let Joss Butler go too. Very interesting, wasn't it? And there's been a bit of talk about that. But in terms of the spinners, 2 subcontinent spinners, you're right next door and all that sort of thing. And interesting, you talk about Tikshana, in terms of defensive qualities of his style of bowling. It's been annoying, I think, from that perspective.
And Tikshana was earlier playing in Chennai, big ground, slow surface. When you come to Jaipur, it's a different surface altogether. And with his bowling style, you need some assistance from the wicket, which he's actually not getting it.
They'll definitely need to look for a different plan going into next season, search for some Indian spinners.
Well, they definitely have to, because if you need to play a couple of spinners and then you play 2 overseas spinners, so it means your 2 overseas slots are already gone. And then you're short of either one batter or one fast bowler. So they need to look for some quality Indian spinner going forward next year. But now next 3 games has to be like an audition for the rest of the players, who they want to retain, who they want to let go. And as Danny mentioned earlier, Joss Butler was somebody who was there at the top order and doing the damage for the other team. But now he's not being around, and what he's doing for GT at the moment, RR must be thinking about that.
All right. Anyone fancying RR's chances of spoiling KKR's
I
spot?
hope not. I just think once you're gone, you've got the big E next to your name, haven't you? You're eliminated. You can only, as you say, play spoilers. Yash, and they're defending champions, right? You'd like to see them go a bit further.
Well, for me, it's like T20s about just, you'd never know on that particular given day, one good spell, individual brilliance like the other day we saw from Vaibhav Suryavanshi. So you have to be a little careful against these kind of team who is already out of the tournament, because they have nothing to lose now. They'll come, they'll play just with the freedom, and they might end up doing something which KKR doesn't want.
All right. Thank you so much, PC, Danny, for your time and your thoughts. Be sure to join the build-up to the game on Sunday afternoon, just ahead of toss time on Nexa Presents ESPN Cricinfo Timeout.
Ready for it.
Thrilled for it.
Presenting Franks with Turbo Booster Jet Engine.
Nexa.